Going live. Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Artie Hoffman. As promised, we are back. We are back on the YouTube. Actually, we're not back on the YouTube. We are now starting on the YouTube. But we are back to reading for you guys, and I am just so excited because I have very, very talented friends and wonderful assistants who really help me out. I'll tell you, like they say, behind every successful man is a woman. Well, and vice versa. It could work the other way too. But it's so true. It's like I would be 100% lost. I'd be a fish out of water. Um, I'd be a dog without a bone. I feel like I could write a song about this. A dog without a bone, a fish out of water, all that good stuff. So anyway, but you guys are welcome to type in questions, and I want you to be very specific with your questions, and I want you to let me know if you have a loved one who has passed away and you want to hear messages from them. And my wonderful, beautiful assistant is going to read off the questions. And so I need for you to be specific. So, in other words, are they a relative? I want to know if they're a child. I want to know how old they are. I want to know their name, the first name, because I'm picking up on so much energy with the whole audience that is, listening. I want to be able to, zero in. So that's how I do it. Now, there's going to be times where, and this happens every show that I do, where I'm giving information to someone, and not only am I giving information to the person who I'm reading when I'm connecting to the other side, but if you could relate to it, even though it's not your question, but if you could relate to what I'm saying, then yes, this also has to do with you. So, wow, this light is bright.
Sorry.
There you go. Perfect. So, yeah, so anyway, like I'm really excited to be here with you guys. And when I first started doing Facebook Live, Allison kept saying, you got to get on YouTube, and I just got lazy about it. Now that Facebook bumped me off for whatever their rule reasons are, they never even told me what happened or why or whatever. I just ended up getting bumped off, and now we're figuring it out, and we're going to be doing it through YouTube. And I want to thank you so much for sharing our information with all your friends and family about our show. And you're going to see that, yeah, we're going to do a lot of good by a lot of people. And it's going to be awesome. It's going to be really, really awesome, this venue, because we're going to make it work, And this is the part where
Joanne says, hi, Artie.
Oh, hey, Jojo. Hey, Jojo, how are you, baby? I know a few Joannes, so I don't know which Joanne's saying hello. So I don't want to be rude. So, hey, Joe, which one are you? Are you the Club Med Joanne? So, but no, it's really exciting. And what's really, really cool is when I do my Artie parties, and people tell me that they listen to me on Facebook, and it's just so exciting. You don't realize, when you're doing, the show, that, when I walk out in public and I'm going to the mall, I'm at a restaurant, or I'm pretty far away, and people have come up to me and say, hey, you're Artie Hoffman, or hey, I've seen you on Facebook. That
Gina
is.
Castellucci says hello.
Oh, hello. So if there's any questions you guys want to know, let me know. So it's, just keep, it's one question, keep your questions very specific, and myself in the spiritual world will give you all the answers. So, I was just doing an interview. I do a lot of interviews around the country, every week. And I'm always on people's different radio podcast shows and stuff. And I tell people the only reason, and it's really exciting when people say to me, hey, Art, you said this, you said that, and, this came true, that came true, and you read for me years ago, and oh my God. And it's like, I'm amazed by it. I'm really amazed by it, to tell you the truth. No, I could do this, but because it's not that I know stuff about people. It's just, I get in this altered state of mind. And my favorite place, believe it or not, my favorite place to get in an altered state of mind is while I'm driving. And I do a lot of readings while I'm driving. And so while I'm reading people while I'm driving, they say, "Are you sure? Is it safe? Are you okay? Do you have to watch out?" No, it's like I'm fully aware of what's going on around me while I'm driving. And I just get in a zone. I can't explain it, but most of the time, when I was younger, like most people, you listen to the music and, you're on your own or with a friend and you're just driving along and stuff. But I'll tell you, most of the times now, I don't know, maybe because I'm getting a little older, I don't know, but most of the times when I'm in a car, I enjoy the peace and quiet. And I go into La La Land, and I don't even pay attention to while I'm driving. It's like, I mean, yeah, I pay attention enough not to get in accidents, but yeah, I can multitask. I multitask all the time while I drive. And there was a time when I used to visit North Carolina. I used to drive out to North Carolina every other weekend to visit back then, at that time, my girlfriend. And because she was on a special project out there, she was there for, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 months. And I would go there every other weekend, once every 2 or 3 weekends. And I would be driving out there and I'd be doing a lot of readings while I'm driving. And it went really, really, really smooth. Um, but yeah, it's really cool. And then lately, I've just been listening to more meditation CDs. So there's a lot of you who do have the ability
Yeah,
to
I have a
read.
question.
Okay.
Dana Castellucci says, "Hello, I would love to hear from my Aunt Mary. Any advice? Is there something that I should be doing or not doing?"
Okay. So wait, Dana and Mary? Dana
Dana Castellucci,
is the girl.
she would like to hear from
From
her Aunt Mary.
All right, just say that. All right, Mary. All right. So what I'm getting from your Aunt Mary, um, is that there's a lot of head games going on around you, and she wants you to stop pretending that everything's okay when it's not. If someone is really upsetting you or there's a situation that's not right, she's saying to learn to stick up for yourself more. And don't she said, don't be an ostrich. Don't be like an ostrich where you're with your head in the sand and like pretend like everything's okay or not deal with the problems or issues. She's saying you need to tackle problems head on. And, the faster a problem goes away is when you're, dealing with the problems head on. And so it's no longer an issue. It's no longer a problem. She's explaining to you how much she loves you. She said, "I love you so, 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 so much." Um, and she said, "Stop carrying around guilt." She says, "You allow yourself to feel guilty about things that have nothing to do with you or that are totally out of your control." She said, "Stop feeling guilty about yourself, with other people." And I believe she liked tulips. I'm seeing tulips. Your tulips. I'm actually seeing white tulips. I'm seeing red and white. I'm seeing red and white flowers, and I'm seeing white wait, maybe they're lilies. It's either tulips or lilies, I believe, were her favorite type of flower. Yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, so anyway, so that's the advice from heaven to you, is like when you're dealing with problems and issues, she says, deal with it head on. All right. Don't pretend that everything's okay, and just, you know, talk to the people. All right. Now I'm towards the tail end of my second book. And I have a book out there now called Angels and Answers, and you could get it on Amazon, or you could go to my website, artiehoffman.com. um, Angels and Answers, um, is a very I wish I brought the book with me. I can't believe I didn't bring the
Yeah,
book with me. I'm so
I have
stupid.
another. We have
I
two
wasn't thinking. I wasn't thinking. So, but I'm in the process of finishing up my book, and I was hoping that would be out by the holidays. I really thought it was, but I have a feeling it's not. But any case, and then the second book is called "Have Your Angels Call My Angels." And there was a point to this that I forgot about. I wanted there was a reason I was bringing an important point to you guys about something about relationships. A lot of the book, "Have Your Angels Call My Angels," is about relationships, and you're gonna see you're gonna have so many aha moments when you read this book, and it's so detailed and it's very easy reading. Because if I could see, I write like I'm talking. So, and to me, it's very, very important that everyone understands exactly what I'm saying, because I hate it when somebody is talking about an important topic and they use words like, what the hell was that word about? Or what did you mean by that? So I like kind of reread my book quite a few times just so that really makes sense to me, so that it makes sense to the audience. It's really, really important. So,
All right. So we have Joanne. She said she's from Villa, New Jersey, and she would love to hear from her mother, Anita.
Anita, okay. Anita. Take care of the stray cat that's outside. That's what I'm that was the first thing that I got. If you can't relate to the stray cat right now, you're going to, because your mom just said take care of the stray cat that you see outside. Like put milk out there, or little food out there. Maybe you do that already and your mom's acknowledging it. But I keep saying, because I kept hearing something about stray cats. Or maybe it was the group. I'm gonna rock this town, rock it inside out. I'm gonna rock this town, make 'em sing and shout. All right, that's by the Stray Cats, by the way. Um, let's see. You're She's rooting you on as far as starting a new project. You're starting a new endeavor, or you're starting a new project, and your mom is rooting you on, and she wants you to know that she's behind you 100%. And she says you could do whatever you want. She goes, when you put your mind to something, you can make it happen. She goes, but don't do it half-ass. I'm also getting that you've been having problems behind your right shoulder, because I see her reaching to the right shoulder, on your right shoulder, or on the back of your right shoulder, or it could be a neck pain to your shoulder. And I feel like you're gonna probably to release that pain, other than taking Advil, or some kind of uh, a pill to release the inflammation, Motrin, either Motrin or Advil to release that muscle tension, but also what you call it. Um,
She wrote something else that may have something to do with what you're saying. Her sister Pat is going for surgery tomorrow morning, so she canceled twice already. So it's probably
Okay, and that's what she said. All right, so to pull through, everything's gonna be fine. Everything really is. Everything's gonna turn out fine. Everything's gonna turn out okay. But acupuncture, that was the word I was looking for. That's one of the key words for today, is acupuncture. So use the acupressure, or no, not the acupuncture on the shoulder and on the neck area, because that's what's gonna help release the pain. Um, and someone within your family that's here right now, they used to like to play checkers or chess, because that's what I'm saying. I'm seeing a checkered board. It was chess, because I just saw the queen and the king. This was so funny. I got to tell you, this is a funny story that happened to me when I went away on a ski trip weekend with my friends. So we just got finished. My friend said there was like 8 of us. There was 8 of us that rented out a ski chalet for the weekend in Vermont. And so after we just skied a long day of skiing, we're chilling out in the living room. We're taking turns using the shower so we can go out for a nice dinner and stuff. So while me and my friend Steve are waiting for, um, to use the shower, we decided to play checkers with each other. And so Steve was kicking my ass. He was doing. I only had like two pieces, and when if your piece makes it to the other side, you get double. You get double crowned. It's called getting crowned. So your piece could move all over the place. Well, he had eight pieces, and I only had two, and he was like really kicking my ass. So just as my friend Rick was walking by, he's looking down at the board. He goes, "Who's winning?" So Steve, who I was playing against, just as he said, "I'm kicking Artie's ass," as soon as he made that move, I was able to jump him, jump him, jump him, jump him, jump him. And I ended up winning. I ended up winning. So it's like, it was so funny. It was like, believe it or not, it was probably one of those moments you had to be there, but we were like crying, laughing, hysterical. I couldn't, well, except Steve, who I just beat, but me and Rick were all like laughing hysterically. And as soon as he says, "I'm kicking Artie's ass," as soon as he made that one move, it went boom, 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 eight in a row. Oh my God. That was like, believe it or not, even it was just a simple checkers game, but it was one of the most proudest moments of my life. And another funny moment is like we're driving to Vermont, and this was my friend Rick's luck. I mean, now he has great luck, Thank God, God bless his soul. But when we were growing up as teenagers and in young adults, again, so my friend Rick, anything that could happen would happen to him. So we're driving up to Vermont, and I was the one that was driving. We brought two vehicles, and so I just bought a brand new van. So I was all happy about having a brand new van and the velvet inside and all that, the cushion and stuff. It was awesome. It was awesome. So anyway, so we're driving out. I'm driving up, driving up, driving up. I'm driving up for about 4 hours, and we pull into like a 7-Eleven, all right, a mini mart store up in Vermont, and we're almost at the chalet. We have maybe 5 miles to go. All right. And I just drove like 4.5 hours. So as soon as we get into the car, so right before we get into the car, because we're great, grabbed our hot chocolate and junk food and stuff like that. My friend Rick goes, he says, "Art," he goes, "You've been driving all this time." He goes, "Why don't you just sit down?" He goes, "I'll drive."
No, funny.
So so all of a sudden we get in the vehicle. As soon as we pulled out, Rick gets caught in a speed trap, and he got a ticket like within 30 seconds, within 30 seconds to a minute. That definitely would have been me. And I felt really bad for him. I really did. I didn't want him to get a ticket, but like literally within a minute of him driving, he was doing like maybe 35 and a 25. It was like something stupid. And he, oh my God, it was one of those. I guess you had to be there, but it was absolutely hysterical because that was his luck. So, and we always bust each other's chops. Don't you love it? Those friends. It's like you just, as soon as you say hello, it's like you go, "Hey, bitch, how's it going? Hey, you jerk." Like you curse each other. And I know for a fact that there's somebody who's watching right now who had that kind of relationship from somebody who passed away. And like every time you'd see him, you would like just like say like a curse word to each other, but it wasn't like you were cursing them out. It was just like you were just busting each other's chops. And if you weren't busting each other's chops, then it's like there was something wrong. So that's just the way it was.
So we have Michaela Roselle.
Michaela Roselle, how you doing, Michaela?
Today is my dad's birthday. He passed away in 1988. Does he
Wow.
have anything to say to me and my siblings?
Michaela. One of you is too much of a perfectionist. Now, I don't know if your dad was a perfectionist, but your dad just gave advice. Stop being, you don't have to be perfect all the time. He's saying, stop being so judgmental. He says, lay off, chill out. And he said, life is too short. He goes, really, really enjoy life, enjoy each other's company. He goes, and when things are not going your way, he goes, try to take it a little more easy and not get so upset so easily. So it's either one of you or most of you are like, have a habit of like, you're too hard on yourself. And he says, something about, he says, lay off being a perfectionist. He goes, I know it's a part of your personality. I'm only asking you to change your whole life. That's all. So, yeah. But that's one of the advice from your dad. But your dad wants you to know he's doing great. And he just said, it never felt better. he acknowledges your cheers. He acknowledges your cheers. It's like it's like whether it be today because it was his birthday and you were having drinks or you're having wine and you say, "Dad, cheers, cheers." There's something about like whenever you guys get together or somebody's having a drink with each other, or there's a time where when the family gets together and there's a plate that you make and it's for dad or something. He's acknowledging the fact that you acknowledge him with, "Hey, dad, cheers to you," or "Salute," or "God bless you," But there's something about saying cheers and also about having a glass for him or a cup on his behalf. Um, and I know that at least one of you miss his hugs. You miss his hugs. His hugs were very important. Um, there was like that strong sense of security when he hugged you. Oh, also he said, "Break out the aloe vera." There's something about um somebody has problems with their skin, or did one of you just burn your skin or something? But he just said, "Break out the aloe and rub the aloe on your skin." He goes, "It will help soothe your skin." So I don't know if this is psoriasis or if this is a burn of some sort, but your dad just suggested about the aloe. Now, I say a lot of things to people that might not make any sense whatsoever in the now. So sometimes it's not until days, weeks, or months later that two and two equal up. Um, it sounds a lot like my relationships. What do you mean you don't know what the hell I'm talking about? Oh, don't worry, you'll get it later.
Stacy Thornton. She says she's watching from Central Florida and she wants to know.
Oh yeah, wait, before you say that,
Uh-huh.
thank you for bringing that up. Yes, please let me know where you're from. I want to know what city, what state, what country you're from. I want to know what planet you're from. I want to know where you're from. That's I love it. I love to hear like everybody from all over the world, all over the country. And if you're from good old New Jersey, I want to know what city you're in or what state of mind you're in. Go ahead.
So she wants to know how much should she raise her prices on her cleaning business.
Mm, your cleaning business. Well, you kind of spoiled your customers at the prices that you've had them for a very long time. Um, when I just heard uh, Gisela say that, I'm getting 10%. Now, overall, 10% really isn't a lot, but at least it's something. Try to go anywhere from 10 to 15% on raising your prices. I'll give you an example. So if the price is say $80, instead of 10%, $8 more, go $10 more, you know? But I hate the way this shirt is, man. It keeps on riding up. Um, yeah, so I would say anywhere from 10 to 15% raise your prices. And I don't feel like you're going to get anyone leaving you at that rate. And I got news for you. Anyone who leaves you based on only 10 to 15%, screw them. Don't worry about losing them. Um, because that's business. I know it because I own a cleaning business also. Besides doing this full time, I do this full time, and I also own a cleaning business full time. I have a window cleaning, power washing business, and believe it or not, it's called Peeping Tom's Window Cleaning. So if you check it out on the website, Peeping Tom's Window Cleaning, you'll see my business. So, but I'm not here to advertise it. I thought you just would get a kick out of it. But yeah, I would charge 10 to 15% more, and don't worry about it. And the people who even bark at you, shame on them, because I feel like you spoil them. You spoil them for a while, and I know you haven't raised your prices since forever. So don't feel bad. And We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. And by the way, I'm charging you 10% more. You got to do it with flair, you know. You do it in a very cutesy way, maybe with a card or something. When you bring out the card, and I had a talk with Santa and the elves, and tell them that the expenses of the toy factory went up. You have to charge more. Was there any more? Was that it?
That's it right now.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. So, when it comes to relationships, I've been doing a lot of counseling on relationships. People ask me, Art, what is the number one thing that people ask you in your readings? And the number one topic is definitely love. And what happens, I tell people, I've actually learned this a while ago from a young teenage girl. Like I always knew it, but this one teenage girl who has so much wisdom in her. She's such a cool person. She really is. And she said to me, because she was talking about her relationship and the problems that she was having. And she said something that was so profound, and I never forgot it. And I've repeated myself many times with this phrase: the love and respect that you give is the love and respect that you deserve. And she said that about her relationship because she wasn't getting it in return. But that's how she felt. And the funny thing is, I brought it to her attention like maybe a month ago that she said that. And she doesn't remember saying that. And it's really cool, isn't it? Something like you remember certain funny things, or you remember certain profound things that happen with other people. It's something that they said or did. And it's like they're totally clueless. And there's things that you said or did back in the day that people remember. And like you're totally clueless. And but it's very, very important that you really honor yourself in your relationship and you respect yourself, because people will respect you as much as you respect yourself. And so that's why if you notice that friends treat you one way, family treats you another way, your coworkers will treat you one way, strangers will treat you a different way, but they treat you how you project yourself to them, and that's what you get in return. So if you want people to stop taking advantage of you, all right, then you need to start creating boundaries and let them know what's cool and what's not cool. Because if you don't speak up, then guess what? Things are never going to change. Forget about, well, they should know this and they should know that, or it's not right or whatnot. You force people to change when you change. So change. Do you got any change, mister? Excuse me.
Michaela Roselle, she did write that she is from Jersey. Her siblings are from Illinois, Colorado, Texas. And when you were talking about the cheers and everything, she said that's definitely right. And that was for Pop. She was, thank you so much.
Oh, cool, cool. Yeah, so that's his acknowledgement, letting you know that he's acknowledging the fact that you're acknowledging him, which is very sweet. And when it was somebody, I don't know if this is your dad or your mom. It could have been one of your grandparents, but there's somebody on the other side that when they, blew mwah, 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 and I'm seeing kiss, and that's the way, and they would blow kisses like that. And he's also acknowledging that somebody has like a model car. Either you have a poster of your favorite car or a model car, or maybe it's a picture of you with your favorite car. But I'm getting your father is acknowledging something about a really high-end car or a classic car. And that's what I'm seeing in regards to your dad, or it could be another relative also. Yeah, because I'm seeing something with James Dean also. Let's see. So what I was talking about relationships. Now, the recommendation that I've given to people when people start dating, because a lot of people can't stand the dating scene. So here I am, I'm pulling down my shirt again. It keeps running up. And I want to pull it back down. That's what I get for not tucking it in my pants, and I'm not just going to tuck it in right now. So screw it, But check out these pecs, huh? So stop that, Artie. It's a spiritual show. All right. Stop getting serious now. Impossible. I can't get serious. Even when I'm supposed to be serious. Oh, speaking about serious. So here I am. I'm in Temple. All right. So I was raised Jewish. I still am Jewish. Well, continue to be Jewish. So I'm in Temple and I'm sitting next to my brother Marty. And during the high holidays, and it was the holiday of Yom Kippur. So Yom Kippur is the one day that the Jewish people go there for Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, and that's when they, atone for their sins. They ask for forgiveness of their sins. I ask for forgiveness every day. Um, for what I know, for what I don't know, but I'm just saying, God, forgive me for I don't know what I did wrong, but something's not right because things have not been going right lately. So thank you, for forgiving me for my sins. So maybe things could start going right for once. So my brother and I were looking at like a whole list. Like I swear to God, there must have been about 30 things, and they'd say, "Our Father, our King, forgive us for we have done this. Our Father, our King, forgive us for we have done that." I said to my brother, I look at my brother, I said, "I didn't do half this shit. What am I asking for forgiveness for?" So, but you got to laugh at it. You got to have a good laugh, and it all depends what your intentions are behind your actions. I'm shifting gears here. A lot of times people feel bad about their actions. Um, Meaning, what I mean by that is like sometimes you do things in life that might hurt other people's feelings. You're not doing it with the intent, wanting to hurt other people, but you shouldn't sacrifice. And a lot of us do, most of us do, we sacrifice our happiness to keep other people happy. And so until you start to make healthy changes, until you start to make healthy changes to make yourself happy, you're always going to stay in that little cocoon of yours. You're going to stay stuck because you're not stepping up. You're not honoring yourself. The people who love you unconditionally will stand by your side. And the people who are going to love you with conditions, or if they're going to get really angry and upset with you, well, then you know what? That's their lesson to learn, or that's their growth spurt. And I've learned that, in my first divorce. Yes, there was more than one. Yeah, I learned that in my first divorce, and I was surprised by some of my friends who kind of backed away from me. And and I to tell you the truth, I really wasn't. I was surprised, but it didn't devastate me. Um, but living your life, it really is. God wants us to be happy. That's the number one thing what God wants us to do. And if you're not living to be your true self, then you're condemning yourself to a life of misery. I mean, we make sacrifices on behalf of other people, and that's fine. But are you becoming who you are not to stay in other people's comfort zone? And that's not right. You need to do what feels right for yourself. And I wrote this really cool post. I amaze myself sometimes. I'm serious because I get in this channeled zone and I can't believe some of the posts that come into my mind. And then I send it to my assistant, and then my assistants, they post it, whether it be on Facebook or whether it be on Instagram. I have an Artie Hoffman Instagram that you should check out. And well, I would say Facebook, but I was knocked off of that. But go to my website, artiehoffman.com, and there's posts being posted every day, inspirational. And the one of the posts that I so love that came into my thoughts, how wait, how does it say? How can you expect the most out of life if you're always putting yourself last? And think about that. How many times do you put yourself behind a rock and a hard place? Put yourself last, put yourself behind the eight ball, and then you're taking care of everyone else. So you'll pull out all the stops for everybody else to make everybody else happy. But when it comes to yourself, you go into that practical mode, that logical mode. I don't need it. Or when I started spending money on myself, on things that I really wanted, literally my life started to, my life started to change. I was happy. I really was. And it's okay to say I love myself. It's okay to say I respect myself. When I say I love myself, it doesn't mean I'm better than you. I'm not better than anyone. Well, a few people. Most people. No, but joking around. I was just joking around. No, but seriously, when you say you love yourself, I'm not saying I'm better than you. All I'm saying is I have an acknowledgement and appreciation of myself. I love you. I literally do. I love you as much as I love myself. And and it's just it's a confident feeling. The difference between confidence and cocky. Confidence is I feel good about myself. Confidence is I feel good about myself, but I'm not better than you. I just feel confident in who I am or what I'm doing. It's confident. And that's totally cool. Cockiness is I'm better than everyone else. No one's as good as me. That's cocky. That's the ego. That sucks. And I don't feel like I'm cocky, you know. Confident, yes, but not cocky. So, like I said, it's okay to say, I honor myself, I love myself, I respect myself, and create boundaries. And I promise you, you're going to be a happier person and you're going to become more goal oriented. You're going to be able to accomplish your goals. A lot of people are actually afraid of success because they feel like they're not worthy. They're always in that mode of trying to get there, trying to get there, trying to get there. Stop trying to get there and just get there. Just do the things that will make you happy and that will make you successful. So don't feel bad about going after success. There's a saying that I have right outside my place on the wall in the hallway. And it said, if you get up one more time than you fall, then you'll be successful. So allow your success to be greater than your failures. You're allowed to fail. You're allowed to screw up because that's how you're learning. It's okay to make mistakes. That's how you're learning. Don't beat yourself up. All right. So take a chance. Take a chance and go for it. Don't try to do anything. Don't hope to accomplish. Do it. Do whatever it takes. And if you're getting blocked, or if you have other people trying to give you all this negative bullcrap devil's advocate advice, then don't share with them what you're trying to accomplish. Don't tell them what you're going to do or what you hope to do. Only share your good news or what you're trying to do with people who are really in your corner, because then you want the positive energy to help you become successful, and you'll become successful. Do we have any questions at all?
No, but Joanne Rodriguez just walked in and she said hello.
Hello, Joanne. How are you? Is this more Joanne's or is this the
This
same
is
Joanne?
another Joanne. Yeah, that's
Joanne,
a
wow.
separate. And the first Joanne that you called her JoJo, she said that's funny. Her friends do call her JoJo.
Oh, hey, Jojo. So, yeah. So here I am. I'm giving you all
And there is
this.
a question.
Go ahead. Oh, we have a question.
Yes, we
Artie, I
do.
want to ask you one question. What do you see in my life? That's not a question. You have to be
Kathy,
specific.
Kathy Clem. Hello, Artie. Any messages from Christine? From my Christine.
Hmm. I don't know if she's giving you advice to you or if she's giving this advice to someone the two of you know, but I just heard lay off the booze and drugs and your life will become much better. Lay off the booze and drugs. Now, if you don't understand what I'm talking about, I promise you'll understand what I'm talking about or who I'm talking about. But believe it or not, that was the first thing that I got. She also said that you need to go away on vacation because she's showing me palm trees. You need to go away to the islands or you need to go to Florida. Watch, Joanne probably lives in Florida. But but she's showing me something about palm trees. Um, Did the two of you use I'm also again, did the two of you used to lie out in the sun together? Did you used to go to the beach together or did you go to Florida together? Because that could be another reason why I'm seeing palm trees. But she is telling me to tell you you need to go away on vacation. She said sooner or later, sooner the better.
She said Christina's her mom.
Okay. Well, lay off the booze and drugs, damn it. Um, She just said, honey, I hear everything you're saying to me. She goes, I know you talk to me on a daily basis. She said, "Honey, you're drop dead gorgeous. You're beautiful just for who you are, the way you are." Did you just change something about your hair? Because I'm also getting that you. She said she likes something. She likes your hair, or did you like just get it cut or colored or something? But she's telling me, "Honey, you look gorgeous. You look beautiful." Oh, and she's also dropping you pennies and dimes all over the place. Start taking vitamin C and start taking quercetin. When you have vitamin C, all right, put 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C in your system, 1,000 at night, 1,000 in the morning, or 1,000 in the morning, 1,000 at night. That's vitamin C. And then take quercetin. This is to help protect you from the COVID um, bull crap. Also put zinc in your system. When you have those, oh, and NAC. There's a vitamin called NAC. So NAC, quercetin, zinc, and vitamin C. Those vitamins, you have those in your vitamins, you do not have to worry about the COVID at all. If you have it, it will knock it out of your system, and if you have it in your system, it won't even be able to penetrate your body at all. So that's why I'm not worried about you know uh, the COVID stuff because I take all those vitamins. So if you take the right vitamins, you're going to be good. Was there anybody else with anything just yet or
Not
no?
yet.
That's okay. I just didn't want to be disrespectful. So even though I have all these messages right to the right, I can't see them because my eyesight sucks and I'm not wearing my glasses. I will on the following shows though, I tell you. That's what I'm going to do. Um, hold on a
Oh,
second.
you do have. Says Camille Cruz just walked in. She said, "Hi, she's from Tom's River. Do you see
Okay.
relationships for me? I haven't had much interest since my husband passed 6 years ago, and I think it's time. Does my husband have a message for me? Thanks."
Hmm. T- w- w- Wake me up. I'm gonna do. Was that Hall and Oates? Me up, take me dancing tonight. Oh yeah, that's right. You don't know much about the songs. That's right. Actually, she does. She just doesn't give herself enough credit. Take me dance. So, did you used to like to go dancing with your husband? Were you guys a dancer? Now, if not, then it's going to be where you're going to meet somebody. It has to do while there is dancing. Someone is going to be asking you to dance, or someone's going to be asking you to go out to have dinner, and then there's going to be live music and dancing. But there's going to be a situation with dancing. And I'll tell you this, it will happen in the month of February. I don't know if it's this February or next February, but I'm strongly seeing the month of February where you're going to have an opportunity to go out and have a really good time. If someone is asking you to go out to have a good time, your husband wants you to go out to have a good time. Like, don't hold yourself back and stop making excuses. He's okay with it. He just wants you to know he's okay with you going out and meeting someone. And it's not because he doesn't care, it's because he loves you that much. He wants to see you happy, and that's a promise. Um, did he have a favorite swivel chair? Now this chair swivels, but did he have a favorite chair that you guys used to swivel, or maybe this is a loved one who had a swiveling chair, or do you used to sit on somebody's chair and they used to swivel? Because I'm getting something like always swiveling back and forth, and I'm getting like it has to do with there was a I don't want to say kitchen island, but there was a table that went across that was between the living room and the kitchen. There's somebody here, and it's like you always used to like sit at the hot with, and there was high chairs, and I believe they did swivel, and there was a table, and I don't know if it just went across or it looks like was like an L shape. I feel like it was like an L shape, and there were people sitting there, and I don't know. It's like just an acknowledgement. Hmm. And someone loves their pretzels also. They loved eating their pretzels too. So I'm picking that up also. See, so when I'm looking away, I'm drifting out into La La Land and just seeing whatever it is I'm seeing. I just get random messages. There's something about 8/8. There's something about the number 88 or August 8th or right around August 8th, but I'm seeing something about the number 88. It could have been someone's number, it could have been somebody's badge number, but there's something with the number of 88 that's connected with somebody who's watching. Mm. And someone likes somebody like they like the song Crinsman and Clover. That was a great song.
And
They
Dana Castellucci said that was George Michael before.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're right, you're right, you're right. George Michael sang that song. "Take me dancing tonight." Oh, yeah, he was the bomb. George Michael, man. Man, that guy had everything. He had a voice, he had looks, he had everything. I wanna come back in my next lifetime as George Michael. Um, no, if I had a voice, if I was able to have a voice to come back to, 2 voices that would really, really thoroughly love to have to come back as a singer. And it would be Tom Jones. It would either be Tom Jones or it would be Brian Adams. Their voices are like, I think, unbelievable, fantastic voices. Unbelievable. What's the question?
Two more came in. Stacy Thornton. Any messages from my husband, Shannon?
Shannon was his name?
I think, question mark.
Oh, wow. It's funny. We're one of your Now, hopefully, I'm connecting to your husband. It could be to somebody else who's watching, but I'm actually seeing Pulp Fiction. And did somebody like used to like joke around and like dance like that? Because that's what I'm seeing right now with Pulp Fiction. Either that or one of you were cokeheads because like because of course they were doing coke back then too. Um, no, but I actually saw it like like that dance move. Uh,
She
what?
said, "Yep."
Yep. To which? To both?
Dana, yep.
That's pretty funny. All right, let me see what I'm picking up with Shannon. And I also feel that um, something with Michael Jackson's Thriller. Like, were you guys into Halloween? Was he into Halloween? Are you into Halloween? Did you used to get dressed up like really ghoulishly, or did you used to decorate your lawn like it was a cemetery or something? But for some reason, right now, I'm seeing Michael Jackson, the Thriller. Or am I channeling Michael? Hell no, I don't think so. Uh, or somebody used to imitate Michael Jackson. I'm telling you, somebody used to imitate Michael Jackson, whether it be the dance or you know, whether it be his voice or what he used to do, or you were just talking about Michael Jackson. Now, if you can relate to what I'm saying, um, then that means your loved ones are around you, giving me this information, letting you know that they're around you.
Wow. Camille Cruz said about the counter, there was a peninsula, so you got that right. And another question, I don't know their name.
Yes, I'll take spiritual thoughts for 100, please.
Literally, Absolute Greek Podcast. That's their username. Hi, Artie. I wanted to know if there's anything from my grandfather Bob or my grandmother Edith.
Oh, Edith was my mom's name. And I had an uncle Bob, also a great guy. Bob and Edith. Hmm. Bobby and Edith. What do you got for this beautiful person? What was her name?
Absolute Greek Podcast.
All right,
some
Absolute
podcaster.
Greek. Bob and Edith. Don't Stop doing something. I'm going to keep it generalized, but you're going to know what I'm talking about. And there's a song in my head called Shame on You. Shame, 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 shame on you. Um, don't do things and don't say things that you're not proud of. And I say this to everyone who's watching right now. If you can't put your signature on whatever it is that you're doing, then don't do it. If you can't back up what you believe in, if you can't back up your actions, you can't back up your words, then don't say it and don't do it. Um, be be who you really are. Go what feels right in your heart. And I'm feeling actually very passionate about what I'm saying. I really am. Um, do the right thing is what I'm being told to tell you. Do the right thing. Um, Even though there are times where you might want to attack somebody and they thoroughly deserve it, be the bigger person and don't be that person who might have done something to you. And I'm going to give you a perfect example of what I mean. I actually went the direct opposite of what I just said to you. Now, my father, he was a great provider. I know he loved me, but him and I, we didn't get along that well. You know, I didn't like my father. He was just a very difficult personality. And my dad made a lot of mistakes as far as his choices within his relationship with my mom and just the way he was with us. He wasn't all bad. My dad wasn't all bad. He could be a fun and friendly guy. He really could, you know, and he was generous. You know, he did have good attributes about himself, but he was a very, very, very negative person. And he could be emotionally abusive, and he was many times, many too many times. And my dad taught me what love was not. And so I did the direct opposite. There's a lot of people, unfortunately, that those things that people did to you, you became. A lot of people become the people that they hate. And so when people were being hit, or where people were being chastised, or when people were being talked down to, too many times people repeated history and became their history out of anger because they were so frustrated. The pain that I saw that my father created, I did the direct opposite. When I saw the kind of emotional pain that he caused our family and other people, I wanted to be the direct opposite of that. I always wanted to make people feel good. And that was my mom. My mom taught me what love is. My dad taught me what love is not in many ways. Although my dad was a very loving person in his own way. But again, he was just a very negative person. So um, don't become the person who you did not like in your past and do the opposite. And that's the best advice that I could tell you. So a lot of times, the people that we do have in our life, whether it be our partner in life, whether it be our parents or friends or business partners, uh, brothers, sisters, whoever, um, if they're giving you a lot of crap in life, learn from it, respect yourself, honor yourself, create boundaries. And when you start to stand up for yourself, then other people will stand up, start to respect you because you're respecting yourself. There are certain people who are dead batteries that no matter what you do, no matter how nice you are to them, they're still going to be, you know, little shitheads. That's just who they are
Have
by
done.
nature. And so therefore, excuse me, you got to do you got to like just, you know, dead batteries. I call them dead batteries. People who are not going to change their dead batteries. You're not going to change them. That's just who they are by nature. And so therefore, just let them go. It's not necessary to hang on to every single relationship in your life if they're not serving a positive purpose. All right. So, and if and if they're not going to learn how to improve themselves through you, then let someone else deal with it, and you move on to other people who are more of your integrity or more of your heart, and that's how you're going to create, a healthier lifestyle.
Joanne wants to know any messages from her brother Rob.
Joanne, messages from your brother Rob. Did he have trophies, or did you guys make fake trophies, um, like spoof trophies? Was there a costume where you held the trophy? There's something about trophies that he's showing me. So I don't know if was there a specific trophy that you were very proud of, or that he was very proud of, or the reason why I say that, and I say this more as a spoof type of trophy, because there is a trophy that was created on the Rowan and Martin Laugh-In show, and it was called the Fickle Finger Fate Award. And it was something very comical about the Fickle Finger Fate Award. And, somebody would do something stupid and they would get an award for being I don't know, the silliest, the stupidest or whatnot. But it was hysterical. The Rowan and Dean Martin show, one of the funniest shows ever created. What great personalities they had too. And another great show that I really loved and missed is the Dean Martin Roast. That was also one of the greatest shows that I thought was ever created. So funny, so funny. It was funny. There's a joke that I just thought of. Well, I didn't just create it now, but it was a joke that I knew from the yesteryears. And it said, now mind you, I'm also, believe it or not, part Polish. So I'm going to tell a Polish joke, but I'm part Polish, so it's okay. Did you hear about the Polish fellow who won the gold medal? He was so proud of it, he went out and had it bronzed. What do we got?
Okay, Dana, she said, any messages from her good friend Randy? Is he still handling around or hanging around?
Is he still hanging around?
Yeah, I think she wants
Is Randy still hanging around? Hanging around, ba, ba. It's funny. I get that he was a real jokester, because when you said, yeah, I'm hanging around, and he's like this, he goes, yeah, I'm hanging around. As a matter of fact, when you use hanging around, did he used to hang on you, literally just like hang on you, or be silly, or just put pressure on you and hang on you? Or did you just do that to someone else, like someone's hanging on you? Let me see what else. Randy, give me some specifics. Was he also one? Did you just start working out, or was he one that worked out? Because for some reason, I just started seeing Jack LaLanne. Jack LaLanne used to be the big guru about exercising. I'm seeing something about working out. Or there used to be a bar that he had, or that you had, and it was one of those bars that would go like this to help build up your arms and your pecs. We used to own that growing up. I remember that. Okay. So he just said, don't be afraid of the mice. He says they're little. He says you're 100 times bigger than them. Don't be afraid of the mouse. He's blowing you kisses from heaven. He's expressing how much he loves you. And it's funny. Did you guys used to do a staring contest with one another, or did you used to like look at each other in the face like this? Like stare each other down, or it's like hello, and I'm seeing like that type of a look. I don't know if you just did that, or that's what you used to do with him, like just like stare at each other, or he just stare each other down, or let's see how long we could stare at each other and see who laughs first. But I just saw something with that. If anybody wishes to get a private reading with myself, okay, if you call me tonight, whether it be a mediumship reading or a psychic reading, if you call me by tonight, I will take $25 off All right, the reading. I do half-hour readings, 45-minute readings, and an hour reading. And if you want to get a hold of me personally, don't get a hold of me through Facebook because they took me down. So you can call me at 732-778-7173. And I'll repeat it, 732-778-7173. You can get a reading, whether it be over the phone or in person. I'm in Woodbridge, New Jersey, and I'm just as accurate over the phone as I am in person. And if you want to have an Artie party, it's a great way to get your friends together. It's a good reason to get your friends together. It's having a psychic party, and I'll explain to you my special rates for psychic party. And if you do have a psychic party, there's a way that you can get a free reading by doing that also. What else is there? I also do events. I do fundraisers. I do weddings, funerals, and bar mitzvahs. I do cruises, baby. Especially if you're Ryan. No, but I do travel all over the place, so whatever, and you could FaceTime and whatnot. So, Gisela, I want to thank you so much. If it wasn't for my wonderful, beautiful friend Gisela, I wouldn't be here right now doing this Facebook Live show. YouTube show. I'm so used to saying Facebook, like, damn. So anyway, but thank you very much. And thank you, Alona, for being the wonderful assistant that you are. And Andrea for being a wonderful assistant that you are. And my beautiful friend, Valentina, who's helping me write my book. So I have a lot of wonderful, beautiful people who are backing me up to help me become the success that I am. And Alona, mwah, happy birthday, sweetheart. It was just her birthday. And let's see, what else? That's all, folks. So from my mouth to God's ears, may God bless all of you and your family and friends with lots of love, health, happiness, and prosperity. And never be afraid to ask your guardian angels for help or assistance because they will be there. I promise.